Hello everyone, Sister Danger here. It is Tuesday night at the Breakfast Club, and tonight I'm going to be talking about saying sorry. If I look disheveled, that is because I was gone all weekend on a little bit of a road tour, and I'm just going to go ahead and share pictures of that with you guys in the background while I talk about tonight's topic. A few years ago, I stopped being friends with a person because I was supposed to attend an engagement and I became ill and I wasn't able to do so. And although I had called and left voicemails, etc., trying to inform them that I wouldn't be there, they waited on me and didn't find out until after several hours of waiting that I wasn't going to be there at all. So what happened as a result of this was they were upset, understandably, and I apologized. After my apology, I got the response of, well, that was a nice try at an apology, but once you mean it, go ahead and try again. And this was essentially what ended our association, because I said, listen, I apologized, and I'm not here to grovel and keep apologizing until I meet whatever arbitrary standard is set in your mind. Either you accept it as it is at face value, and that you accept that I'm being honest and sincere when I say it, or you don't. But I'm not going to play a game of back and forth with you until you decide that I've sufficiently, prostrated myself at your feet in order to be in good graces again. So this topic has crossed my path. I guess that was the first time that I really began to notice the unacceptance of people's apologies as something of a trend. I really got a huge triple scoop sundae of that in dealing with Kilroy when there was struggles with some of the errors that had been made. We attempted to apologize to people to try to make it right, and there was no end, an unbelievable just deluge of people being completely unwilling. Sorry isn't good enough. No matter what. Sorry and reparations aren't good enough. Sorry and correcting behavior isn't good enough. Like, nothing was good enough. And it was quite shocking, I guess, to me, how not good enough it was. And this behavior of constantly, I want to say upping the ante, but I think that's the wrong phrase, but I hope you guys will get the idea, that this constant demand of more and more and more, and when it's met, then it isn't good enough. I've seen this behavior in dealing with other vendors and events, and just where people will be unhappy about, say, their placement, or unhappy about whatever it is. And it doesn't matter if somebody says, okay, I have a space over here, let's move you over here, and this is better. That should, thank you, resolve the problem. But it doesn't. They'll take that, and then they turn around, and they are still angry about it, and gripe about it anyway, as if the problem was never addressed, as if there was never any attempt at all to just simply say, sorry, let me fix it, and this topic has come to my mind again because I happened to see on a friend's Facebook, the dreaded Facebook post this evening about something about Aziz Ansari. I don't know really who this guy is, but there was some kind of an article written about a gal having a bad date with this guy, wherein she had more than ample opportunity to, leave the situation, get out of the date. It's not as if he was forcing her to stay anywhere or did anything forceful upon her. He bought her an Uber home, but then she goes public with this whole Me Too thing, claiming that, you know, she's been assaulted and all of this other stuff that went along with it. And even after he comes out and he says that he's sorry about it, it isn't good enough. And I was reading the comment thread on my friend's Facebook page where she actually asked, she said, you know, to me, this is what should happen. As soon as this woman spoke up, his response immediately was to say, you know, I recognize this thing and I apologize for that, or if you ever felt uncomfortable. And to me, that is what he should have done. That's sufficient. That's the appropriate reaction to somebody saying that. Because a whole bunch of other girlfriends chimed in on this to say, well, you know, that's just not enough. And so she says, well, what is enough? To which people began responding, oh, well, he should try to educate himself. He should take classes on what boundaries mean and what no means, etc., etc. But nobody pipes up to maybe say, and maybe this woman should take classes on how to, I don't know, be responsible for getting up on her own 2 feet and walking out a front door. She wasn't barred from exit. She wasn't being held back or restrained in any way, shape, or form. Why did she not just get up and leave? I don't understand that. Coming back to the original topic, you know, which is that this guy said he was sorry. If we want people's apologies to be important and mean something, then we must accept them when they give them. And then the next step is to look at their continuing actions. If their actions don't change, or if they continue with this same type of behavior as if nothing had taken place before, then perhaps you start questioning whether or not that apology was sincere. But at least on its face, you accept the apology. If I can't say I'm sorry and have that be meaningful, then our problem isn't that I took an action. Our problem is that the words that I say don't mean what they mean. And that is something much greater than did I potentially do something offensive or out of line. So anywho, those are my thoughts. How would you guys deal with that kind of a situation? What would you do? What do you think? Always appreciate leaving the thoughtful commentary in the below bar, and I will see you guys on the flip side. Have a good one.